All right. Okay. Good morning, guys. Welcome to another session with the Market Trader. Um, my name is Coach Ray, or you can call me Ray. Either works. I do have the risk disclosure up while we wait for folks to join us. Hey, Salo, how are you? We do have the risk disclosure up for your review as we wait for folks to join us here. And once we get, critical mass here, we'll get started. Okay. The session is being recorded. It is available in my YouTube channel. So if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. If what I share with you resonates and supports your trading, don't be afraid to hit the like button. Okay. Encourage me to wake up every morning and provide this content to you on a daily basis. Okay. All right. Good morning, Niels. Good morning, Frizu. Good morning, All in the Mind. Yes, it is definitely all in the mind. That's probably the biggest part of trading, guys. Is controlling our mind. Our mindset. Yes, yes, Frizu. Yes, it's good karma. Yes, exactly. Hitting the like button will create good karma and will create a good trade for you. Hey, Yetkin. Good morning. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. So we'll start with the risk disclosure here, guys. Just want to remind everyone that the content that's being supplied here by Market Trader and its affiliates is to be treated as general information only. None of the information by the company or contained herein is intended as investment advice and offer to sell, buy, sell, recommend, endorse, sponsor any security, company, or fund. Future trading does contain a fair amount of risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more of their investment capital. Only risk capital money should be used without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Basically only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those individuals with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Nothing contained herein, again, is a solicitation or offer to buy, sell futures, options, or forex. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right. Good morning. Good morning, Roman. Good morning, Bellas. Good morning, Tron. You're late, Tron. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the news here. Economic calendars. The economic calendar has to say. Okay. So let's see here. This. Okay. Economic calendar. I'm going to go ahead and filter this down to U.S. news. Okay. U.S. news. Actually, double confirm that people can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Can someone confirm that they do indeed see my screen? All right, perfect. Okay. All right, let's close this. All right, we'll clear this all. Clear. And we'll select US and we'll select 2 and 3 star and we'll click on apply and then move back to the top here. All right. So again,
revolutionary technology, real world results. That's SAP Business AI. Be ready.
All right. Similar to what yesterday, we have a light day in news today. Okay. We have a couple of events here that should have taken place here already. We have in 19 minutes, Fed Waller will be speaking. We had FOMC member Williams speaking in about 25 minutes, and then we have Boston speaking in about 30 minutes. Okay, so all these folks, all these folks, when it comes to FOMC, their folks are listening to them to see what if they're going to say anything that could change their plan with respect to interest rates. Okay, so we have some more Fed speak here at 11:45. And then we have crude oil here at 4:30, and that's pretty much what I think could affect us in today's market today. Okay, so pretty light in the way of news. All right, today nothing here that I guess other than sort of the FOMC and Feds speaking here could have potentially an impact or adverse reaction in the markets. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and stop share here, and let's load up the charts. I'll go ahead and pause here for a minute because I know sometimes it takes a little bit of a delay here. Just want to confirm again, if you guys can see the charts. Sometimes I have to do that on a couple of attempts before everybody sees my screen. So I just want to again confirm. Yes. Okay. Awesome. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with. We don't need to necessarily start with the weekly. We started with that to start the week. So we'll start with the daily here. I have a number of these little text boxes I'm going to go ahead and remove. And then here I have little remnants of a trade that I took yesterday in gold, which we talked about. Okay. So we'll go ahead and remove all of that. I like to start with a clean slate here, remove all drawings, and turn off as many of the indicators as I can, when I'm reviewing the daily chart. Okay. So similar to some degree, what we're seeing in the NASDAQ and the equities, right? The gold has chartered new grounds here. Okay. We are very much in a bullish environment. We continue to break structure to the upside, new rally, base, rally, base, rally. Okay. So market on the daily still very much bullish at, I don't know, potentially all-time highs here. Okay. Look to the left. Don't see much. Let's quickly just out of curiosity to see where we're at. Yeah, we're at all-time highs here in the gold here, right? New territory. Monthly chart, again, very strong to the upside. Okay. All right. So we took a look at the daily. We're going to go ahead and look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, developing a bearish, I guess, I don't know, bearish, I'm going to call it piercing candle, right? Not quite an engulfing because the body is not encompassing the entire body. So we have a piercing candle. Okay. Let's have a little gaps here in trading hours. All right. This looks a little bit better. Okay. Yeah. So we have here, I guess, scratch my comment here because it looks like I was set to not include the overnight. So we have instead a bullish engulfing pattern developing in an area of prior support. In this case, yesterday's settlement price, right? So we have here at 24.17, we've kind of reacted away from settlement price. I guess the day before yesterday. All right. So Fridays, I guess, settlement price. Okay. So we have a developing engulfing pattern, but nonetheless, it's still, giving us the same kind of look and feel here. We continue to break structure to the upside. If I do a channel here, we have, potentially a break of channel to the upside on a 4-hour chart. Okay. This is, I guess, a little less than an hour away, or actually a little more than an hour away from actually completing here. Okay. So this continue in its current form and it breaks outside. Well, that leads us to believe that, price can continue higher. Okay. Into further uncharted territory. Okay. All right. 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Again, here's our channel from our 4-hour. We are developing a little bit of a bearish, I don't know, candle. I don't know if this is quite a gravestone doji, not quite a gravestone doji, but we do have a bearish candle with a wick, indicating that there are some sellers above us here. And that's no surprise because we have a conviction bar right here on the left-hand side, not far. I don't know if it's within 10%, but maybe 20% of settlement price. Okay. So we have a channel, right, that's been broken to the upside. And now it's potentially coming back, maybe to test the top of the channel and continue to the upside. Okay. So it may end up doing something like this. It may come back down to this top of the channel before it reverses up higher. Okay. So let's go ahead and open up the fixed range volume profile. Let's locate the, let's see, the 830 bar. There it is for Monday. Drag that across to the 430 bar. And there it is right there. Okay. So technically what do we do? We opened outside of value. Okay. We opened outside of value, but right now we're flirting with closing inside of value. Okay. We're flirting with closing inside of value. And if we do close inside of value, well, there we do have the potential of a value area acceptance play, right? We have price right here. Let me go ahead and draw that very clearly here. Right now we're at value area high, flirting with value area high here. Okay, flirting with value area high. Okay, if price does close 30 or 15 minute, we have the opportunity, maybe what I see at least, of getting down to point of control. All right, maybe down to VWAP before it can, and also the top of the channel before it continues higher. Okay, so that's kind of one hypo here. So let's open up initial balance. Okay, so we have the initial balance range being established. This is the first 30-minute candle. We have one other 30-minute candle that needs to be established here before we can say that the range has been completed. Okay, so let's see what else. Oh, ADR. Let's see where with respect to ADR, we have ADR above us here at, let's go ahead and call out these levels. So we have ADR high here at, what is that? That is, looks like 24.50. No, not quite 50. I'm going to say 24.49. 24.49. Let's see the last number. I'm going to call it 0.5. 0.5. We have ADR low at 24. I don't know, 13.5. 24.13.5. Okay, and we have settlement at 24.02, which is one of those psychological numbers that we've talked about. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up ASR. Okay, I'm going to turn off ADR here for a minute. So open up ASR, and we have a level down here. Let's see. ADR, I'm going to turn this off. Okay, we have ASR below us here. Again, probably we'll need to wait until the, I'm going to go ahead and mark it in anyway. So we have on the high end 24.28, 24.28.6. And then on the bottom end, we got 24.06, 24. ASR low 24.06.1. All right, so here we have our levels. So what would be some scenarios that we should maybe focus in on for the market? Well, we've already talked about the potential of a value area acceptance play that would potentially traverse the entire range of value, or at least get down to VWAP and point of control, right? I do see that there is this, I guess, blockage, right? It might have some trouble getting through. So, if it does close back inside value, it would not be a surprise to me if it made it back down to VWAP or the edge of this channel to the downside, maybe as low as point of control, okay, before I decided to maybe continue to the upside. That's all contingent on whether this particular candle closes inside value. All right. Let's see. If I'm go ahead and turn off ADR here for a second, or ASR, turn on ADR. Okay. So a bearish scenario, okay, would be maybe coming up to settlement price. All right, coming up to settlement price and reversing off of settlement price. Right. So having price come up to this level and reversing off of it. Okay. That would be another maybe bearish scenario. Otherwise, we have a ADR below us, which is pretty deep into where price is. That would be supportive, my humble opinion. I would think that point of control would be another supportive area. All right, right here, point of control, because I do see that there is a little bit of a demand zone here. All right, this area here would be potentially supportive. This entire area here would be an area where I would expect support given what I'm seeing here. Okay. See anything else? So I'll bearish again. If we do get up to ADR high, that would be another scenario where I would expect price to reverse off of. Okay. So yeah, two bearish scenarios, reversal off settlement price, reversal off ADR high. Once we have the the New York session open, then we'll have ASR at our disposal as well as another potential reference level. Okay, go ahead and jump in here and see if there's any questions. Oh, the 233-day EMA. That's a good question. Yeah, I use the 233-day EMA. Let's see if I have it on my chart right now. Because I hop around. Yeah, there's the 33-day EMA right down below here. So that's also indication that that we are in kind of a bullish environment. So in gold. Okay, so the 233-day EMA is what I use. Settlement is right above here at 2402. I think. Let's see, 2402. 2408.5. Sorry, 2408.5. Okay, so that's settlement price, right? So what I guess what I had mentioned on the settlement side was that if price makes it up to settlement, then that could potentially provide us a potential area for price to reverse off of, right? Have price come up to settlement price and then reverse down. That would be a scenario. If we're thinking more bullish, then, well, maybe the top end of this channel, okay, top end of VWAP. We do have a VWAP that's kind of sloping up, okay? That would be something where we, could potentially manage our risks for an upside move. All right. Let's see. All right. Okay. So hopefully I answered Roman's question about EMA. Okay. Let's go ahead and, since I don't see any other questions, let's go ahead and move to, before I save this. Okay. Let's move this to the 4-hour is what I'm going to be looking at. Just generally, what is it trying to do? Well, it's developing a bullish candle here. So for now, I'll be looking for some bullish opportunities in gold. As long as this candle stays bullish, that's what I'm going to be looking for, is bullish opportunities. All right. Let's go ahead and save this away. Let's now move over to the crude oil market. All right. Okay, so crude oil here on the left-hand side, we'll go and open up the daily, and we always start with a daily one inside the week here. All right, so I'm going to leave this up here. So we're going to turn off a bunch of things here because I don't like looking at some of these things when I'm trying to get a macro view of the market. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. So what is price trying to accomplish here? Well, if you look at it from left to right, not making this too complicated, right? But if we look from left to right, well, since this at this point in April, we've been in a downtrend, right? We've got a drop, a base, another drop, and is this another base for another drop? That's what it looks like to me, right? Any attempt to go higher has been met with sellers. So right now on the daily chart, I would have to say that we are in a bearish trend in crude oil. All right. Now, one thing that we have going for it, I guess, is the fact that we are still above EMA, right? And the fact that we are still above these EMA gives me hope that this potentially will serve as a bounce point, okay, to the upside. But we've already reacted off of this level 1, 2, 3 times and only have managed to get here, okay? Have not even managed to get to where this bearish move has started. So the bulls don't have the resources, in my humble opinion, to take price higher. All right. So this feels like that the bears are very much in control of the crude oil market. All right. Looking at the 4-hour chart. Okay. Again, similar kind of sentiment here. Okay. I do see that we're starting to get a little bit of a buying wick here as we get closer to this, wherever this is. All right. So creating a little bit of, I would say, a relatively large demand zone here in the 4-hour chart, right? This here, I would say, is demand until we start to get some closures inside this area. Pretty wide range here from 76.50 all the way up to 77.50. That seems to be an area that price has not been able to breach too far, okay? So this, until it's breached, is for me considered supportive. And when I see wicks like this, then that indicates to me that there is somebody out there who's interested in oil at this 78, 77.50 range. All right. 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart, we have a developing engulfing candle, right? Market, I think, technically has yet to open. So we'll hold off on that. But all indications right now, right? I'm going to go ahead and remove this, guys, because it's a little bit too dominating my screen here, right? But all indications so far is down, right? Because we are below VWAP, we're below EMA off the 30-minute chart. However, we are developing a rather strong bullish engulfing candle that is wiping out a lot of people who might be short in the market, right? So potentially trapping some sellers. Okay. So if I am, let me go ahead and actually, before I start talking hypos, let's go ahead and draw some of these reference levels. So let's go back to the 9 o'clock. Okay. Drag that across to the right about there. Okay. So we have value area low here. Okay. This is what I'm going to draw here is value area low, which also happens to be some other level that I drew in the past that maybe was a demand zone. Okay. Right. So we have value area low. Where did I do that? Okay, that should not have been red. It should have been more like a blue color. Okay, it's kind of confusing me. All right, so we have value area low here, which will serve as a good maybe area to potentially fade this move, because we are again we are seeing that the general on the higher time frame, the multi on the higher time frame, we are in a kind of bearish kind of market, right? So if we are in a generally bearish kind of market, where do I want to be? Well, for entries or potential trades, well, I want to be in an area where I see evidence or I can reference or manage my risk. Well, I have VWAP, right? I have VWAP here that could offer me an opportunity, okay, for a potential reversal trade right here, okay? Okay, I could also have value area low, and I have EMA here. That will also maybe offer me an opportunity to continue this trek to the downside. Okay, right? So that's a couple of bearish scenarios. Okay, now for me, if we do start to maybe potentially break some of these levels to the upside, maybe my opinion will start to change. We'll go ahead and open up initial balance here and see where we stand on initial balance. Since the market is technically open, right? Just opened here. So we have a bullish candle being developed as we speak, right? But we are still technically below VWAP. If we do manage to get above VWAP, right, then maybe my fortunes will start to change. But I have to be wary that sellers could step in anywhere in this area. Okay, I'm going to probably draw this not in a green color, but maybe more red. Okay, because we're through it now. Okay, so this area here is not going to be an easy area for price to traverse. Notice how often price was kind of butting his head on top of against the 233-day EMA before it finally faltered. Okay, so even though we are seeing some bullish price action, market is generally bearish on the higher time frame. So I have to look for bearish opportunities. Okay, let's go ahead and start to identify some of these ADR levels. All right, so we've already exceeded ADR to the downside. All right, so we have ADR here, ADR high. So let's go ahead and start marking these levels. We have ADR high here at what is that? 80.06. We have ADR low, which it exceeded at 78.39. 78.39. We have settlement at where is settlement? Settlement I turned off, so let's turn it on. So settlement at 79.30. 79.30. Okay. So settlement could serve as something that might be magnetic to price. Okay. Right. We could, right. So this move here could be magnetic. It could potentially reach, if we start to begin to break some of these levels here, like VWAP, for example, that's going to be my first gate. Can price make it above VWAP? Maybe for a potential move up to EMA or all the way up to settlement price, which would make for a very nice trade. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mark my ASR levels here. So we have ASR high. I'm going to turn off ADR here. Too many lines for me. So we're going to go ASR high here. Let's call it 79.64. 79.64. And then ASR low, let's call it 78.40. Okay, 78.40. All right. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at right now. As I mentioned, we are having oops, we got 78.88. Sorry. Let me got too many lines on my chart, so I'm going to go ahead and remove some of them. So we have 78.88. Sorry guys, ASR high 78.88. Oops, 78.88. Okay, and then ASR low is 77. What is that? 77.48. 77.48. Okay. All right. So we've already talked through a few scenarios, a couple of bearish scenarios, maybe off of VWAP and EMA. A bullish scenario, should we make it above this ASR here from the prior day, then that could spell for some bullish price action to the upside, maybe up to settlement price. But right now, I have to be wary that sellers could potentially step in here. Okay, this could be a good location. You see that we are in a very much a sloping VWAP to the downside, right? So I have to be cognizant of that and maybe look for an opportunity to potentially fade this market, or actually see that it continues to the downside. We could be in the midst of a maybe kind of a sustained auction to the downside. Okay, in crude oil. All right, let's okay, where am I? All right, check to see if there are any questions. Settlement for CG or GC? GC? I'm assuming it's GC. $24.38.5 is what I have. 24.38.5. 24.38.5. Okay. Yeah, 24.38.5 is what I have. Okay. All right. I think I've said my piece on crude oil. We have established our levels. We could be, like I said, in the midst of maybe more of a continuation trade to the downside. Some people may have cashed in on their shorts. That's what's causing this move to happen. And then potentially there might be some entries here off of VWAP for a continuation to the downside. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in crude oil. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and move to the equities unless there's questions. Okay. No questions. We have, let's go ahead and select the equity market. We'll go ahead and start with NQ. Okay, so let's go ahead and modify this to NQ. All right, we're going to open this up here. We're going to open this up to the daily. Okay, all right, we'll eliminate some of these. I know I have a few of them. I'm going to go ahead and remove drawings. Okay, oops, including the one I just moved. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So still very much in a bullish market, although it seems to be tiring a bit. Okay. Don't see the same kind of vigor in the price action and the candle formations as we have seen recently. Okay. We're starting to see maybe a little bit of overlapping candles, which could indicate at some point maybe some sort of retracement in the horizon on NASDAQ. But until that happens, we have to continue looking for opportunities, until we start breaking some structure here, say, for example, this 18,000 level, right? Then we have to kind of continue with our view of bullish, all right, in NASDAQ. Okay. All right. That's what I'm seeing on the daily chart, 4-hour chart. Okay. So overnight trading, kind of overlapping, not really any sort of direction here. All right. We are kind of hugging VWAP and not far from settlement price, all below it. Okay. Which again could indicate maybe that we might be exploring or might be looking for some buyers to help, kind of perk up this market to the upside. We are seeing a little bit of rounding, I guess a little bit of a rounding top here, right? On both sides, we have rounding top, another rounding top, all right? This could spell or could be an indication that we could see price head lower, right? I say could, right? Could see price head lower, all right? 30-minute chart, okay? I'm going to go ahead and widen this up, make sure that we, can all see this very clearly, okay? So I'm going to go open up okay, EMA open, initial balance is too early to say. I'm going to go ahead and open up ADR levels. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw in my fixed range volume profile. I'm going to go ahead and locate there it is, 930 bar, drag that across to the 1330 bar. Okay. So we are technically below value. All right. Below value. So it looks like the sellers are, I guess, in temporary control of the market. All right. Now, let's see if I can recover this. Trying to recover my little mouse pointer here. All right. So if we do manage to have price close back inside value, we could be in the midst of a value area acceptance play all the way to the top. Okay. But we're about, 20 minutes away from that open to happen. We have a sloping VWAP to the downside. We are below settlement price, all indications that the bears are in control here. This area down here around ADR would be a nice reference level, right at the heart of whoever this group was. Okay, this right here would be a very nice level to support a long, right? Okay, as well as up here would be a nice location for short. All right. So that's ADR high and ADR low. All right. So let's figure out what those levels are. So we have ADR high here at let's call it 18,837.25. 18,837.25. We have ADR low here at 18. Was that 654 or 653.50? 18,653.50. All right, we have settlement at 18,763. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and flash ASR with the understanding that we probably need to adjust it with the open, but we have 18,742 on the upside. Okay, ASR 18,742, and then to the downside we have 18,544.50. 18,544.50. All right. Let's stretch this out here a little bit. All right. Settlement is not going to change, so we'll get rid of that. All right. So what are some hypos? Well, we talked about one of them, right? If price does manage to get back inside value, I say if, right? Because everything's indicating to me that it wants to head lower, right? Maybe revisit some of these areas that this person was able to get the market to move away from. Okay. If it does manage to get inside, then we have that value area acceptance play, right? But what it's looking more like is that maybe we get an opportunity off of VWAP. Okay. VWAP could offer us an opportunity for a continuation trade to the downside. Settlement price has already given us a reversal in pre-market to the downside. Okay. This area down here, prior, looking more at the bullish side, prior area here would be a nice area for me. All right. For a bullish trade. Okay. And then obviously we have the EMA level here below us that would also offer. Now, this is, again, still pre-market. We're still a ways away from ways away, but about 15 minutes away from the open. Obviously, the initial balance range will offer us some reference levels to support some of these trades, but that's kind of what some of the levels that I would be looking at. Okay, so EMA, this demand zone that I'm seeing off of a prior settlement price. Otherwise, I'm looking to, to potentially sell some strength here. Maybe sell right off of VWAP or sell right off of settlement price, or even value area low. Okay, value area low could offer me. It doesn't have to accept it, right? It could come up. Price could come up to this level here and reverse away from it. Okay. All right. Just gonna pop in and see what EMA is that. Well, EMA is 233. It is the 233 day EMA, Himachi. Okay. All right. All right. No other questions. We'll go ahead and move on to the ES market because we are coming close to the open, and I don't want to compromise people's ability to trade the opening range. So let's we'll get through these markets here. So ES, okay, oops, didn't type that right. ES bound, okay, that's the ES market here. Again, we'll remove all the drawings. Okay, remove, oops, remove drawings. All right, here we are. We have I want to turn off ASR here for a minute. And we're going to go ahead and look at the daily quickly. I don't expect this to be a lot different, but this looks more like it's developing a little bit of a, I don't know, maybe a double top potentially. I don't know, or at least some sort of consolidation pattern, right? Doesn't know quite what to do with this market, right? Has not been able to close a new high here, and maybe digesting some of the move that has happened over the prior days here. Okay, so in consolidation, for our telling us the same. Okay, consolidation, really no conviction one way or the other. All right, we're kind of there was an attempt here to go higher. Okay, attempt to go here higher, only to be met with sellers here. Okay, all right. So yeah, not really giving me any indication as to what direction it wants to go here. We're in kind of a consolidation range since I guess the close of yesterday's market here. So we'll have to wait and see what the open provides. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the 30-minute chart and see where this places us. I suspect that we'll probably end up close or inside the value area from yesterday, but let's go figure out what that is. So we have the 630 candle here. We're going to drag that across to the 1330 or 430 candle, and we are actually below it. All right, so we're below value. So indications that bears are in control. Now we see a little bit of a sloping VWAP. We are just like the Nasdaq. We are below settlement price. Okay, potentially headed lower. Well, where can we go? Well, let's turn on the ADR level. Right, we have an ADR level here at. Let's start marking these levels up. All right, so we have settlement, we have ADR. Okay, we have ADR high here at what is this? ADR high here at 50, 53, 51, 53, 53, 51, 50. We have ADR low at 53, 12, 25, 53, 12, 25. And then we have settlement price. What is that? 53, 27, 53, 53 settlement, 53, 27, 25 or 75. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and turn off ADR levels and go ahead and turn on ASR levels. So we have 53, 48, 53, 48, 50. Okay. And then we have ASR low here at 5306, 50. 5306, 5306.50. All right, so here are some levels that we should be aware of. All right, initial balance won't happen for another 10 minutes, so we'll have to wait for that to happen. Right now, unless I'm willing to take on a short, maybe to target down this to this area, then I have to be patient and wait for a, maybe an opportunity to go for a reversal trade down in this area here. Okay, down in this area. This is EMA, 233-day EMA, and then we have the ADR low. So that would be a logical level to participate in the long. All right. If I'm short, well, I'm already at this level, right? I'm already at a level where I could potentially support something, but my stop might be a little bit rich because I have to place my stop above this level here, above VWAP, right? And we are seeing some signs that maybe buyers are starting to kind of step in this market, right? So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm seeing. I also see that we have a value area low, right? This area here, it's just kind of similar to what we've been talking about. We have value area low and settlement price confluence here and VWAP. Right? This is a kind of a logical level, where I can, manage my risk. All right. On a short trade down to this level. All right. Otherwise I have to be patient and to see maybe if I get an opportunity to see a reversal trade along down at EMA and ADR low. All right. Okay. Pop in and see if there's any questions. No questions. So we'll review the last market of the day, and that is the YM or the Dow. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the Dow. And it looks like I typed it wrong here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. I'm going to open this up here. I'm going to turn off some of these levels. Okay. And let's see this and this. And I think that is all. So I'm going to remove some of these drawings. All right. So starting with the daily, just like we do with all the other markets, what is it trying to accomplish? Well, this is a much more definitive double top to me. Okay. So market has kind of come to a level where now we have established a close, bullish engulfing close. Looks very much like a double top, right? Now, question is it going to continue lower, right? Okay. That's kind of what I'm seeing. It's still technically still in a bullish trend, right? If I were to draw a channel on this, maybe we're just on the outside of this. I'm not sure. Okay. But I do see that we're up on the top end of the range. All right. Looking at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. Okay. We did break some structure to the downside only to be met with some buyers. Okay. And now we have a bullish engulfing candle that's being established right here. Okay. Okay. Still very much in development, right? Okay. So if this manages to close bullish, then that speaks to higher prices. Okay. 30-minute chart. Okay. Very tight range overnight. Again, similar to what we were seeing, right on top of some of these EMAs and VWAP. Okay. So price has reacted off of the 233-day EMA. It's now currently above the VWAP, starting to develop a slope to the upside. Okay, let's go ahead and open up fixed range volume profile. Locate this bar here and drag this across to the 1330 bar. Here we are. Okay, so still unlike S&P and NASDAQ, price more than likely will open inside range, okay, from inside value from yesterday, indicating that we could see some range price action top to bottom. Okay, this could be very much the range that Dow will find itself the entire day. Okay, Let's go ahead and open up ADR. Okay, we have ADR, start kind of marking up these levels here. We have ADR high here at what's that? 40,082. 40,082. Too many zeros. 82. Okay, ADR low at what is that? Looks like 39. Let's say 39,810. ADR low. 39,810. Settlement is 39. Let's see, 39,944. 39,944. We're going to go ahead and quickly open up ASR here. So we have right up against it 39,963. 39,963. 963. And then ASR low, or that is ASR low. That 39,963 is ASR low. 39,963 ASR low. ASR high is 40,264. 40,264. Okay. All right. Well, what are some hypos? Well, in this particular market, we probably need to look for more rangy kind of trades, right? Really not offering much right now in the way of opportunity. We've been kind of in this range since the close. So I would like to maybe see it start to break some of these levels, one way or the other, right? If it's going to continue lower, let it break value area low. If it's going to break higher, let it break the ASR to the downside, ASR low to the upside, I should say. Right now, I'm not really super excited about this market because the market seems like it's lacking direction, right, as to where it wants to go, right? Probably a relatively good level potentially for a long opportunity, right? As far as from a risk perspective, right? You can manage your risk here rather well. We have value area low here, right? Right, that could offer us an opportunity to the long side. But as point of control, if more and more volume is being built on the lower end of price, then chances are that there's somewhat of an acceptance of lower prices, and that could lead us to lower price in general. All right, so not super excited necessarily with the Dow market. Okay, would have to see some evidence that maybe that participants can take this market higher. All right, okay. You don't want us to say bad things. Yes, let's hit the like button, get some good karma. Let's get ready for the market to open here in about a couple of minutes. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much what I wanted to cover here today, guys. Of the equity markets, I think probably ES and NQ probably look more tradable to me at this point. You're a little superstitious there, Tron. Yeah, so trade well, trade safe, trade like a market pro, be a market trader. All right, guys. Don't be afraid to hit the like button on your way out. Have a fantastic day. If you're not a subscriber, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. And yeah, trade well, guys. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, if not in group coaching or in the coaching channel. All right, guys. Talk soon.